friends. It's Carolyn Sturm here. We are going to dive into some healing messages today. For those of you who don't know, or if this is your first time watching my video, I am a 7th degree Reiki master teacher, and I have my own energy healing practice. And I also teach and attune Reiki's level 1, 2, and 3. I have over 16 years of frontline counseling experience working with all different ages of people. So, um, healing is and has always been something that I have done, and in lots of different capacities. And my journey with Reiki means that being connected to spirit and hearing those messages and really working with the universe, God, creator. I don't like to just put one name on it. So I love doing oracle cards. I do mine all of the time, like every day, sometimes multiple times a day, depending on what's going on. And I know a lot of people have oracle cards and are like, I don't use them, or um, they use them once in a while, or not. They're and having an oracle deck is a relationship. And there are some oracle decks where it's like, woo, like we love each other. This is what's up. This feels good. And there are other oracle decks where they're around, but you maybe don't use them. You will at some point. It's funny how that works. Anyways, I chose 2 decks today because at first I saw my mystical wisdom deck. I'm like, okay, that's the one I want to use. And then as I was like doing stuff, whatever, I spy this one. And I'm like, I can't do 2. That's asinine. And then I was like, well, I wasn't. Spirit was like, you can do 2. Sometimes we do that, right? It's like spirit gives us the idea in our head, and then we're immediately like, preposterous. It's like spirit's like, oh God. Remember when you said you wanted my help? You're not listening. I'm gonna do 2 decks. And as always, I don't know what's gonna happen. These messages are for me, just like they're for you. It's kind of like I'm sharing our reading. So in my videos, it's us in it together, trying to be better. As you know, our energy and intention goes into the deck, and spirit is going to pop out whatever messages it wants us to know today. There's some heavy energy out there. I can feel it. Um, guess what card popped out on that one, friends? Money. Let's just go with that. And no, I'm not done. I'll do more. Part of the fun of working with spirit is like there are no rules. So like no 2 things actually need to be the same. And it's okay if you do that. Sorry, my foot's I gotta like have a little spot. It's okay if you do that, but you don't have to. So same thing with oracle decks, which I mentioned in my first video and will probably continue to mention for a really long time. You can follow the structure that the booklets provide. So most come with a book like this, and it will have all of the pictures and explanations of things. So my Reiki master, who is like, whip out the cards, look, she's like, I don't even need the book. She's amazing. I like the book. I enjoy reading that. And I'm like, okay. And I've been learning through my Reiki master to just really take in the imagery of the card too. So spirit comes to us in all types of ways, and we all have our natural inclinations and feelings about that. So feeling heavy energy, money pops out. Ooh, the weirdness of that connection, right? Like not really. Don't worry, you will find a solution to gain the money you require. True that. Though you may have suffered a misfortune such as unemployment or encountered financial difficulties, know that there are always people around to help. There is always a way out. Find your internal fortitude and guiding light to persist in gaining back what you have lost. Do the best you can with what you have. And if you need help, ask for it. Things will get better. And the mantra for this is, I have faith that a solution is possible. I like it. Let's shift into spirit here in terms of these messages. So part of the endurance of struggle is being able to attune to gratitude as much as you can through the reality you endure. So when it comes to money, and honestly with the pandemic, it hasn't been kind to everyone. And before the pandemic, life has not been kind to everyone. Like, this isn't necessarily something new. Coronavirus just impacted the globe in this way, but there are people who are living in really, really awful realities all of the time, whether coronavirus is here or not. So when we look at healing, we're all on a spectrum. So it's really important to identify, where am I on this spectrum? Am I even able to acknowledge that things are going to work out? Am I in a place where I do, but I teeter between um, fear? And a lot of us are in this life working through poverty scripts and poverty mindset. And especially a pandemic would trigger that. And for some of us, we might not even know why. And that's a lot of past life energy that, you know, moves with us. Like, we are energetic beings. We come with it all. So there's just stuff that's in there that needs to be cleansed. So obviously I'm going to recommend Reiki because it's awesome. And it does that. And a really awesome practitioner is going to make sure they're doing what they need to in terms of their treatment plan for you. Just if you're considering Reiki, please make sure that your Reiki practitioner is really doing the things they need to be doing for your best interest of healing. But with this, that going back and moving into faith, like I, in my own situation in life, and it's funny this came up because this is the first time that I've kind of dipped down financially. That I'm not, my energy isn't worry. Like, you might notice you feel anxiety in your heart chakra, your solar plexus, which is your tummy area above your belly button. Those are going to be anxiety hotspots, essentially. And before, when I would dip financially down, excuse me, that's what would come up. So if you find that energy is coming up, that means there's trauma, there's healing that needs to happen. And one of the ways in which we can sort of soothe that, there are awesome anxiety exercises online that you can do. And if you want to Google cognitive behavioral therapy, it's amazing. Like, I CBT myself all the time. Um, just part of what I do. So when money comes up, this is a really hot issue for people. Many of us have dysfunctional relationships with money. And we all have our own unique story as to why. It's our responsibility to figure that out and recognize that it doesn't have to stay that way with us. And that we get to choose what we want to do. Does that mean it's going to be easy and that everyone is on the same playing field? No, that's not true. What it means is, what are you able to do with what's around you? Do you have to ask someone for help? I mean, that line was like, oh God, I hate asking for help. So annoying. Like, I just want to have it all together, people, okay? Spirit's like, good one, girl. It's annoying that's how I feel about it. So it's like, how do you feel about asking for help? And also, some people are asking for too much help. So it's like, where are your boundaries? What are we putting on other people to do for us, and what do we need to do for ourselves? So this card is also coming up as a reminder that things are temporary. and that solutions are possible and things will get better. If we can take the lesson out of whatever is happening right now, it helps us shift from that things are happening to me mindset to things are happening for me. So let me reframe how I'm going to look at this. And what are things that I can do to get to where I want to go? Because, you can Google success stories or people who came from nothing and made like it happens. We're here for good stuff to happen for us. Part of our journey is to heal these old scripts that are like, this can never be me, or this will never be me, to yes, it can. You might have to work really hard for a really long time, but is that so bad? Like I just think of the alternative, and I think of my own life too, because I mean, I've had negativeness in my life financially, and it took me years to work my way through all of that mess and get to the point where I am now, so that when I have this dip, which is funny because we're always going to be tested, universe is always going to throw a challenge our way. We'll make this claim, I'm this or I'm going to that, and the universe goes, okay, here. And then we're like, just kidding. No, tomorrow I'm that. So I think it's really good to be aware of how things work too, so that when we make statements toward our betterment and the universe goes, howdy do, here you go, we can be like, okay, I got this. I got this. Remember, it's okay to have our meltdowns. It's okay to have our temporary pity parties. Whoa. We just can't live in that space. It's not oh my God, this is a good one, y'all. After money. Boop, boop, boo. I'm like, ooh. Take a look. Opportunity knocks, y'all. God is good. Spirit is good. The universe is good. I like it for us. Go for it. Something else I like to do. New opportunities are coming your way. Brilliant ideas, educational possibilities, new friends. Oh my God, I love a new friend. I am like Buddy the Elf. Expanding your potential and opening yourself to greater possibilities. We got some good stuff coming our way, folks. You are a good team player and have gained respect from your work colleagues and peers. No big deal, everybody. We're doing good. You have a good reason to feel proud of your achievements and attitudes toward yourself and others. Embrace this new endeavor with your raw creative energy. Go for it. It is time to dazzle yourself and stretch your wings and fly. The mantra is, I am open to new I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. As I was reading through, I had two different energies, which I thought was really interesting. It's like there are people watching this who like they're gonna be like, yeah, all my stuff, woo. And then there are gonna be people watching this who are like, well, that's not happening for me. Like that's not my whatever. Here's my challenge to the that's not my whatever group. The mantra for today is I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. So if expanding your potential is something you really want to do, it's super important to be aware of like, where are we the problem in our lives? Because to me, when we have that attitude of, or the belief of, like, well, nothing good is happening for me, I immediately go, I can't believe that. I just can't believe nothing is. It's too, there has to be one little teeny, like, do you have your hands? Do you have a nose? Like, and I'm not trying to be rude about it because I just was like, ooh, maybe that sounded harsh. I don't mean it in that. I mean it in a sense of like, there has to be something. There has got to be something that you can just be like, you know what? I'm thankful for this right now. So if you're wanting these new opportunities to come your way, you need to really embrace the idea of growth, because that's going to continue to bring in these things that you want. Um, so brilliant ideas, educational possibilities, new friends. I mean, I love that one. It's so interesting, like this journey we have with friendships and relationships and how we think we need to be, and you know, being raised in a society where like you get married because that's what happens, right? And it's like, huh? It's so fascinating. So to really think about the people that we spend time with and what they're doing and how we feel about them in relation to what we're doing in our lives and how we feel about ourselves. So that's why you'll see all these, memes and talks and all this about the, you're the sum of the five people that you hang out with. Who are those five people who are in your inner circles, and what are they doing? And how are they making your life better? And I also love the other thing of like, get friends who are where you want to be. That's a fact right there. Because we can't know everything. Like, it's scary as hell to branch out. I'm 41. So to go and make a new friend, I'm like, hey, and I will because I'm cheesy. I'm a cancer. I don't mind. But like it's still sort of like, what's this person about? And if I see someone who is like really like in a place where I'm like, ooh, I admire you, woman. Like I wanna get some of that with me. It's like I have to be able to I almost want to say like humble myself to be open to like, this is a woman who's going to teach me things on how I can be better for me. So maybe she's in a place where I want to be in terms of like my life goals, and this person is already there. But like, if that's a genuine person, that's a amazing connection to make, right? And being willing to look at relationships that we have that maybe are lower vibrating and we need to consider leaving. And that also includes educational possibilities, um, being open to what is greater out there. And that entails being willing to leave things behind, and continue to go forward. I love the line of like, if the idea is in your mind, that means it's possible. So do that, and then take some time to reflect on how you're a good team player. You know, how you should be proud of your achievements and all of the things that you've been doing. So many times we're like in the rhythm and the flow and we're like whatever, not even noticing it. Or even with what's happening with the pandemic, like my life is different. I'm working from home, my kids are here pretty much all the time. We're in family dynamic central. It's, my kids are fighting like cat and dog. We're going through it here. um I have to remember all of the great things that are happening and all of the accomplishments that I have been making as Carolyn, as a mother. So we really need to take time to do that, because opportunity comes when we are able to acknowledge why we're awesome and that there are opportunities out there for us. So even just being saying that to the universe is like, say what now? An opportunity, okay, I'm gonna bring it your way. And this is where sometimes we feel impatient and we're like, well, it's never happening. It is not our timing. It isn't. It's our responsibility to keep doing the things we need to do to be ready. So do you need to take a course? Do you need to switch jobs? Do you need to start something different? Do you need to make a new business connection? What are the things you need to keep doing to cultivate your thing, so that when that opportunity is there, you're actually ready for it? So it's like, it's a very mindful thing. So really know that there are opportunities that are going to come up today. Why not take it, right? Why not just go, okay. Did you see the movie Yes Man, where oh, he's, what is it, says yes for like 24 hours or 48 hours or something like that. Could be a week. I don't remember. But it was like how much it changed his life. And like it was based on a book or someone did that, or I see it other things of people doing that. It's like, why not? What have you got to lose? And if you want something new, and if I want something new, I have to be willing to be like, okay, and come out of my comfort zone, because that's us stretching and growing. Because again, we don't know everything. We have so much to learn. There's so much out there that we cannot possibly know when it comes to that energy. And I can feel it. It's expansive, like that opening up of possibility and new opportunities, and really just taking time to be like, I'm going to praise myself. That's what I'm going to do. This is so cool. Okay, this is going to be the last card from this, and then I'm going to do one color card for the day. Dragon. I know some of you are like, oh my God, the dragon, because that's how I feel about it when I see it. Discover your courage. The dragon represents courage, strength, and fortitude. The dragon is victorious in any situation and serves as a powerful guide and guardian in all endeavors. Victory comes in emotional triumph and healing of old wounds or completion of a project. A surprise is looming for you that will create one of the most wonderful moments of your life. I'm so excited for mine. This is a message of glorious accomplishments that will set the standards for years to come. I like it for us. Congratulations. The mantra is, my desire is coming to fruition. Well, friends, if this didn't just wrap up this reading, I don't know what would have. We got money, which I know even the richest person is like, how do I get some more money? Okay, which honestly, if you're that greedy, you need to stop, because there are a lot of people who need money too. That's a whole other video, but I did have to say it. We got money. We got opportunity knocking. And now we know that something really fucking magical is coming our way. I'm excited. So this is a theme, an energy theme I'm feeling and that Spirit has been telling me, which is the golden rule and how to be your best self even when you don't want to, even when you're not feeling it, even when you're like, I'm a shitty person and this day fucking sucks. It's like, okay, you had the thought, time to have a different thought, even if you don't mean it. Fine, okay, this isn't the worst, whatever. Like, we are in control of our energy, even when we need work. We can say positive statements. We can reframe our thinking. We can do what we need to. I said 1-4 came out, of course. We can do all of that. So much more is in control of what we think. And again, when we're in really awful places in life, it can be really hard to remember that. And if that's where you're at, I really encourage you to go and seek out some type of help, because maybe that's the help that is what you need to ask for. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've gone to counseling like a few times in my life. And then I see my Reiki master, like that's one of my main professional support people. So it's normal to have to do and get professional support when you're on a healing journey. And if you want to have a Reiki treatment with me, you can hit up my Instagram page at Carolyn Sturm and DM me, because I do remote treatments. So we don't have to actually be together for that to happen. Well, y'all are spoiled, because I said 1 and you got 4. Okay, so Spirit was just like, this is the theme for today. So here we go. ground yourself and nature. So if you can just even go step on the grass. I had a client connect with me. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm so what?" I'm like, "You need to ground." She's like, "What should I do?" I said, "Literally go and hug a tree. Like give one a hug and calm it down." So how do you need to connect with nature today? Ground yourself. Ready? Awaken your empathy. Cool. I love it. I feel like I'm an incredibly empathetic person. For me, when I hear this, I'm like, how can I stretch and deepen my empathy? Who am I needing to extend that to? I like that for today. Mm, chocolate. Nourish your body and soul. I might get my son to go get me a chocolate bar because the card said so, y'all. Just kidding. Not really. But just remember to nourish your body and soul. I'm also eating at a vegan place, so it's the balance. Um, I love this one. Are we doing this? I feel like I could do more of it, to be honest. Even though I do, I think this is what I've been learning. The more I do for myself, the more myself is like, keep going. So my stuff I do, it's like it reaches the plateau, I guess would be the word. And it's like, okay, what else do I need to do today? I like this one. What are we going to do today, friends? Drop a comment down below because I want to know what you're going to do today. Oh, magenta. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. It just makes my heart sing. We know, you know, spirit is there. It's real. They're real. The energy is there. It's all around you. Just take the time and touch that tree. Feel that. It's real. Your soul is speaking to you. Your highest self is like, girl or boy, um, come on, I'm up here. Something I do often is like, okay, highest self, like, what? And I just tune in and I can feel she's like, I got you. Like, come, I'm reaching, I'm reaching down, you're reaching up, girl. We're gonna get. So the help is there. Spirit's help is there. Um, Thanks so much for watching this and hanging out with me. It was really fun. Um, Drop a comment. I'm curious as to what you took away from today for yourself. And also, as I mentioned earlier, if you are interested in having a remote Reiki treatment or you live in my area, um, and we connect, you can DM me on Instagram on @Carolyn Sturm. If you're interested in getting your Reiki's level 1, 2, or 3, you can also connect with me in that way. And we can go from there and talk about that. Yeah, I think that's it, friends. Have a wonderful, like this, I'm like cleaning up. I'm just living my life. And I appreciate you hanging out with me while I do it. Yeah, have a really wonderful day. Bye, friends.